So I have got the Zoom H6 recorder today with me, and in this video you're gonna know everything you need to know about Zoom H6. I will start with the physical overlay of Zoom H6 and I will tell you what comes in the box, how you can start with it as a first time user, and then what are these buttons and knobs and everything going on this. So I'm going to start with the physical overlay first of all. If we come on this top, you have two mics which comes here. This is the XY mic, and we have another mic which is called MS mic, which looks like this. This mic is basically you can attach on and you can use it for podcast and narration and all these kinds of stuff. And this basically is to be used outside and everywhere. Now, there is one difference between this and this. If you come on the side of this mic, you have the jack input as well. So when you're using XY, you can plug in the jack input. You can use any external mic to take the input, and it can give the 48 volt phantom power, 24 and 12 volt from here as well, and through the XLRs as well you can set that. So whenever you're using those phantom powers, you need to make sure that you have very good batteries plugged at the back, because if they're not good, when you're gonna try to use them, it's gonna drain the battery faster than you think. So first of all, we have attached the XY mic, and I will tell you everything you need to know about XY first. So it comes with a knob on basically to set the level of input when you are recording your sound. So you can have your headphones plugged on this jack and hear to them while speaking and adjusting those, or if you're pointing it to someone, you can literally have your headphones on and you can see the knob if it works and what the level of the audio should be. So one is 90 degree and then the other one is a bit wider, 120 degree field of recording. So basically if you want to switch those, you can just come here and you can rotate these, and then they just align with this line next to them. So if you make both of these 120, it will have a wider field of recording, and if you make it 90, it will have a narrower field of recording, like 90 degree. So for now, this is what you need to know about this, and when we will turn it on, I will tell you the menus, how you can set the levels and everything of this mic. Switch this to the MS now. So to switch that, literally on the side, you can press those buttons, you can plug these out, it will come out, and then the other one will simply go in. So make sure that the knob comes in the front side, so this knob should be here, and then you just plug it. You have the MS now. On the MS, basically it stands for middle and sides, and it records on the middle, and then you can decide how much on the sides it's gonna record as well. So for that, you have that setting in the menu. I will show you guys after when we turn it on. But same thing, you have levels here. You can adjust and determine your levels when you are recording the sound. Next thing, on the sides you have 4 inputs. So it's like input 1, input 2 on the left side, and then input 3 and input 4 on the right side. You can make them stereo as well, like 1 and 2 can be stereo and 3 and 4 can be stereo as well. And I'll show you how you make them stereo and mono once we turn it on. After that, you have the knobs here to adjust the levels, and then if you are shooting, let's say somewhere where you have the drums or where you have something which is banging and the sound just goes up suddenly and comes down, in that kind of scenarios, what you can do is you have these pad limiter pad options. So if you turn it on to -20, it will limit that, and those hard sounds will not disturb your levels and it will not clip. Then I'm gonna start with the right side. So on the right side, you have this up, down and press in key, which is basically for toggling between the menus, and then you have the menu button to enter the menus and then to exit the menus as well. So if you are in menus and you want to go back, you will have to use the menu button to go back and get out of the menus as well. After that, you have the USB. This USB is for 3 reasons. One, you can plug in to power it. So once you are plugged in, you don't have to use the batteries. You can just literally use it on a USB and it will work. Second thing is, if you want to transfer the data, you can choose in your menus, like you want to transfer the data through this, and then you can transfer the data. Third thing is, if you are connected to your laptop and you have DaVinci or Audition, you can literally record 6 channels coming out of this straight away to your software, and once you click record, it will record all the 6 channels in stereo, or you can keep them separate as well. So now if we go to the right side, you have first of all this SD card slot where you can put your SD card, standard SD card, and then after that you have your headphones jack where you can plug in and hear your audio, and next to that you have the volume adjustment buttons to adjust the levels of headphones nor the audio input or something. Audio inputs are here and here. Then you have this on off button and hold button. So basically if I pull it down and keep it down, it will turn on, and same is to turn it off as well. And then if you want to hold everything, you can just put it up and it will hold the keys and everything. That is pretty much it about this. If we go under now, you have two things. So if you want to connect this to a mixer, you want to give out from this, you can basically take USB to your laptop. But if you want to give it to a mixer, what you can do is you can take the jack out from down and you can give it to a mixer or anywhere where you want to feed from this. So that is where you can take out, like you can literally connect a Sennheiser transmitter here and transmit to your receiver and then do that way as well. And then you have your remote input where you can plug in and you can control it remotely. After that, if we go at the back side, you have this quarter thread, which is very good, and you can screw in anything. Like let's say I want to put it on a boom, I want to plug in Magicom or something, it's a quarter screw, you can screw in and you can make it rigged. Next thing is surely your batteries. So basically if I open it here, you can put 4 batteries. Better to have very good batteries all the time, because if these are not good, you're not gonna last much. So this is pretty much it about the physical overlays and everything and how it works. Now let me just go to the menus and show you how the menus work and what you need to know about the menus and everything. So let's just jump into that. So I have mounted this on a Magicom now just to show you guys the menus. I'm gonna plug in the USB to power it down. I'm not gonna use the batteries in. So I will plug it in. We'll just come, I will long press the turn off button and now it's on. You come here. Now the first thing which I'm gonna start with is basically these buttons. So let's say we're plugged in now and I say record. It's saying no channel record ready. You can see again, I'll click on this saying no channel record ready. So what it means is basically you have the things, maybe you have all the things plugged in, but if the channels are not turned on for recording, you cannot record. So now one thing is, like when you have the MS on, when you press this, it will turn on the left and right recording, and you have then these 1 2 3 4, basically XLR 1 2 3 and 4. So if there is anything plugged in here, you can enable that as well, and then you can figure it out. Now when I was telling you about the physical features, I told you that I will show you how to enable the stereo between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So how you can do that is basically this is already on stereo now. If you see how you enable and disable, this is if you press 1 and press 2 and then release it, and now if I'm turning off and on, it's doing one by one. Do you see that? So I'm going to show you again. So if I have to make 1 2 and 3 4 stereo between each other, what I will do is I will press 1 and then 2 and then leave it. Now when I'm pressing, you see that both are turning on and off. Why? Because they are in stereo. And same thing to go out, press 1 2 leave, now it's single in mono mode. So this is how you can switch between mono and stereo mode. Next thing is the pad button here. So if you are recording any drums or smashes anything, you can literally come here and you can turn on the -20 this way. So if you are on this, then what will happen is whenever you have that kind of sound coming in, it will limit those, and that is only for 1 2 3 and 4 channels. It's not for this. You have these buttons. So basically this is to, when you are recording, it will be used for stop. You can come here, or you can record now and stop from here as well. So these are the two options of recording and stopping. And let's say I recorded now and I want to play back. I will click on this to play back now, and now it's in playback mode. And to go out of the playback mode, I will click on this and it will go out of the playback mode now. And next thing, which is this button, basically if you are playing back. So I'm gonna record one more clip for a long term. Hi guys, how are you? So this is Umar and I'm explaining about Zoom H6, which is amazing. So I will cut now, and when I go to playback mode, now I'm in playback mode and I will click this. When I click this, it will switch between the clips, and if I long press, it will basically fast forward or rewind the video, and the longer you press, the faster or slower it's gonna go. So I will go out of this, I'll go in live mode, and now we're in live mode. So this is about these buttons in front. Now I'm gonna go to the menus by pressing this menu button on side. So I will press this. the menus are open now, and I will fix my camera to the menus because I'm only going to show you the menus, so you will be able to see them better. So let's do that. So I'm on the screen for now, and the first thing which I'm going to talk about is basically the screen layout. So the first thing which I'm going to tell you guys is how you can know if it's in playback or live mode. So if we are in live mode, it will be having this square white here, if you can see, and when I go to playback, you can see it turns to playback, and we can see that it's in playback mode now. So I will go out of this, we are in live mode again. And next thing which I'm going to tell you is how we know if it's recording. When I record, you can see it's recording now, and you can see it turned red and it is showing you how much time you have recorded. So I will cut now. We are still again in standby mode. Next to that, here I'm plugged in with the USB-C, but if I was not, it was gonna be showing the battery status here, which for now it's not there on this corner. And you have the folder and zoom clip number. So basically folder basically is going to be your project. When I will go into the menus, I will show you how you can change your projects and everything. You can't rename it, but you can change your projects. After this, you have this where you can see the levels of my audio when I'm speaking. So this is your audio monitoring levels, and you have three things next to that. One is going to be your low cut indicator, and then you have your compressor, or you can say limiter indicator, and next to that, under that, is going to be the power indicator if you are taking any of the phantom powers. So if you have anything enabled, you will have that here. Under that, you have MS. Basically I am plugged with the MS mic now. If it was XY mic, it was gonna show XY mic here. Then you have the file format, whatever the file format we are recording. We are recording 44.1 kilohertz in 16-bit. So here you can see that, and I'll show you how you can change that as well in case you want to go higher quality. And on here you have the time remaining on your card, how much time you have remaining, it's this. And on here you have the time remaining on your card. So this is pretty much it in the live view. So if I go in playback now and I pause it, you have something different. Like you have the same audio monitoring and the channels monitoring as well, and then you have this speed, you have the file format and everything same. And if you want to toggle between your video clips, I'll show you that after as well, like how you can go through that. Now I will go out of the playback and I will go to the menus now. So to go to the menus, I'm gonna come here and press on menu button, and it will open the menus for me. To toggle between these, I can literally, you can see my finger, I can literally toggle between all the things, and to select in, I will have to click in. If I click in, you can see it's selected, and these are the folder 1, folder 2, folder 3, folder 5 and folder 6. So these basically are your different projects. So if you had a project yesterday which was this one, you can come here and select this, and to select this, what you have to do is you need to click on the record button, and now this is being selected. So you can see it's folder 2 now, and if I want to change it, I will come again in the menus. So I'll go to menus and I will say it's not folder 1, I want to be in folder 4. So I will go inside and I will click on record button, and now it's on folder 4. So when I will record now, it will record in folder 4, and that folder 4 can be the different projects. This is how it works in Zoom H6. Next thing, I will click on the menus. You know how it works in the folders now, and after that I'm gonna go back. I will go to my input and output. I will click on this. You have your low cut settings, you have your compressor or limiter settings, MS raw settings. You can shoot raw when you are on the MS mic. So basically sides, you can adjust the sound, I told you already. So if I come here and I click on this, you can be on stereo or raw. So if you shoot on raw, basically it will record all the lower and higher frequencies, and that way you will not miss anything on the sides, and you can mute them after as well. But I will say stay on stereo because we prefer doing it and we set by ourselves. Here you have the phantom power. First of all, you can turn it on and off here. So if it's not on and you plug in anything with the phantom power required, it will not work. So you come here, you click on this, and then you can select if you want to have it on all the tracks, or you can have on 4, 3, 2 or 1. So let's say I say all the tracks on, and then I go back, I go on the voltage, Here you have the selection of voltage if you want to be on 12 volts, 24 volts or 48 volts. So I will say stay on 48 and I will go back out of this. And then you have the plug-in power and monitor mixer settings where you can set what channel you're gonna monitor. So mixer settings are here. I can turn them off by pressing on the record button as well. So now it's on the mixer and now I can have all the controls of my mixer here, but I keep it off. Now after that you have the recording settings. First of all you have the recording format. Basically you can be on 16-bit wave to 44.1 kilohertz, or you can go on 24-bit. Then you can have 48,000 in different bit rates. Then you can have the MP3 formats as well. So I prefer 48 24-bit most of the time. I'll go back. Auto rec, if you wanna have a trigger from mixer or something to record whenever it records, you can have that here as well. So if you turn it on and then set start and stop level and auto stop as well. So these are the settings here. After that you have the pre-recording options if you want to turn it on or not. Then you have the backup. When you have the backup, basically it's gonna have a clip and then there will be another clip with the same name, and at the end of that clip will be BU saying backup. You have your project name. Here you can have default, which is going to be folder, or you can set it to the date. Sound marker, mode, sound and level. After that I'm gonna go back. I will come in here, playback. You have the playback mode. So if I come here and I come on playback mode, I always keep it on repeat 1 and then I toggle by myself. So when it's on repeat 1, it will keep looping the one which I want to play back, so you know that the one which you played is looping. So I keep it on this. I'll go back. Now I will go in the project menu. Now I will go in the project menu. You have the information, then you have the voice memo. If you want to record, whenever you will record, it will play back for you, but it will override the recording. I never do that. Mark list, if you have the clips marks, it will be here, and then you have the project mixer, then you have the playback speed, backup file, edit, overdub, mix down, rebuild, trash. Trash is basically if you want to delete the whole project, you can come here and trash it. Then you have the tuning settings and then system settings. In system settings you have date and time settings, your backlight of the screen, and then battery settings, software version. In case you want to update the firmware version, you can do that is here as well, and then factory reset settings. And after that you have your language settings and your SD card settings. Here you can see how much time is remaining on your card, and you can format the card here as well. So if you come and you click on format, you can literally go on yes and format the card. I will not format it for now. And then you can do the performance test as well. In case you are having a new card and you don't trust, you can come here and check that. I will go back, and then you have the USB settings where you have you want to set it, like if it's gonna be giving you the SD card reader setup, or it's gonna just give you power. So if I click on this, you can see that it's in that mode now where you can have it as a reader. So you don't need to take your card out. You can literally be here and then you can copy the stuff from this. And now the last thing which I want to tell you about is like when you are playing back, how you can toggle between the clips. So if I will go live, I will go to my menu again, and we are in folder 4 for now, right? You click on folder 4, you have these clips, so you can toggle between and play back those. This is how you can go to the clips. So if I click on this, it will play back now. And in case I want to put markers, I will click on this again and it will put marker, and then again. So this is how you put markers. And then now if I will play like this, it will jump between the markers. So guys, this is pretty much it about Zoom H6. In case you have any more questions, you can put those in comments and I'll make sure I'll reply to those. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.